Well, hello guys, welcome back. Had the strangest experience last night. I know I say that all the time, but this was really out there. Remember I told you I did the rainbow wolves and rainbow trees, and then like at 1 in the morning, Odin's like coming to me in a form I haven't seen in years. And he's just kind of like in brown, kind of like soft brown, and I'm like, okay, this is his peaceful aspect. And he's dragging me out of bed. He's like, I'm sorry to mention this, but what I'd really like is for you to, and I'm serious, get rid of all the weapons in my halls. I'm looking at him. And he says, you have already proven you can love me as a god of war, but can you love me as a god of peace? And I'm like, it's 1 in the morning. But I get up and I remake these halls, and everything I'm taking out, guys, feels like a betrayal to the Allfather, his beloved spear, and the armor, and all the Viking-y stuff. How could I? And I'm putting all this modern stuff because he kept saying, bring us into the modern era, bring us into the modern era, bring us into the here and now. Now, this was for me, not for anyone else, so don't be coming at me with a warhammer. And all the temples look peaceful now, because it continued this morning. I thought either my intuition was off, or I don't know, it was somebody else appearing as Odin. I had all these different thoughts, and I got up this morning and Peaceful Odin's still here. And I'm like, okay. So we worked on the temples some more, so they all look completely different. They all look like modern homes. Gone are the Viking halls of war. There are all these modern homes, the war horses are gone. More rainbow stuff came in. It's like a really peaceful, chill vibe in all the homes. And Odin still has his darker home in the city that he likes, but he's had me bring the rainbow stuff in there too. And he had me go through and get rid of all the weapons. So I'm looking at him. And I said, are you alright? And he's like, yes. And I'm just thinking about today, and our gods will never be cruel or spiteful to us. They may play jokes on us. They may, but they're never going to do something outright cruel towards us to, make us suffer. Of be like, oh, I'm going to ask for all this stuff and then I'm going to laugh in your face and tell you were stupid. So I'm just like, okay, Peaceful Odin showed up. Okay. And look, he's like, what's the matter, baby? I'm like, he's being all nice and peaceful. I'm terrified. He's like, I know. And I had this dream this morning. Something about a wolf licking my face or something. I don't know. I can't remember. Something wolf something. Out in the forest and all these flowers. And I'm like, I forgot Odin does this. He's a really complex god. And it can be very easy to fall into the overpowered not super villain, super macho god of death and war and hanged and everything, and those are all valid aspects. I'm not saying they're not. But there's also the god of peace and kind of the wanderer, and I'm getting this chill vibe, and I'm getting this really peaceful vibe. and I'm kind of looking at Odin right now like, okay. And look, he's like, you're not insane. He's not teasing you. He actually gets like this. I said, how long does this last? He goes, oh, it can last forever if he wants to. I think I'm scared. I know. You should see the look on your face. Because I'm putting all this peaceful stuff up, right, guys? And I keep looking at him. Because I swear to the gods, up, down, and sideways, he asked for Rainbow Odin last night. I'm like, because I made the Rainbow Fox. I made a Rainbow Fox for Loki. And for whatever reason, we couldn't do Rainbow Odin. And I'm like, oh my god, is this just me talking to myself and is the Allfather trying to stop me? But we got a lot of stuff in. And then the gods are saying, we'd really not like statues anymore. What? And they said, well, these are our homes, right? And I'm like, yes. And he goes, what do I need a statue of myself? So all the statues are gone. Lord Freyr got all this furniture, and they all got this stuff, and I'm like, none of these temples feel right now, because we went out of the Viking era to the modern era, like, boom, really fast, and it's all contemporary decorating, and it's actually done tastefully, and it's done with restraint, and they feel peaceful, and I'm just looking around like, okay, and there is something, when you go from the Viking style decorating that you guys saw, like all that dark wood and everything, that just, you feel a need, at least I do, to fill up every damn space you can, because it feels hollow. It feels like there will never be enough warmth and light in it. But then when you bring it into the modern era and it's like all these light walls and everything, it's like, okay, I need to get rid of about half the stuff in this room, and that's what happens. And they dropped us a ton of loot crates, as I call them. They call them rewards, but I call them loot crates. We got like 3 of them now. We did buy a game last night because Loki was after me. They had a game pack of 10 games for $10, and I already have one of the games, so we got like 9 games. And I'm like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, even if you get one game that you like, because some of these games I was looking at was just a promotion for April 1st. Some of these games are like $20 games, and he's like, look, if you don't like it, you can go back and get a refund, but I think you should try to pick this stuff up now, because you're getting like 20 games are anywhere from $6 to $20, so it was like almost $100 worth of games for $10, 9 something, 10 with tax. So we got a really good deal there, and I'm like, okay. Oh, and I have to tell you guys, I am not calling people out, believe me. Patreon declined 2 people's payments, so if you are not seeing anything from me on Patreon anymore, and you're not seeing all your other people, the payments got declined what it usually is, and I've had this experience myself. Banks will change something, and all of a sudden all your automatic stuff doesn't go through. You might want to check with your bank, because all your auto bill payments can go off, and I've had that happen. I've had the joy of finding out none of my bills got paid that month, and I never used to check. I check all the time now to make sure, did they pay my bills? Did they pay my bills? Did they pay my bills? Because I've had a bank, the last bank I had, I switched banks. It would do that every couple months or years. They would stop paying your bills, and I would be like, no, you can't do this. You had one job, bank, so you might want to make sure, for your sake at least, to go in and make sure you're getting your bills and stuff paid. Most of you came through, so thank you. Every little bit helps, guys. I know people say, well, I donate, but I can only donate $1. It still helps. Patreon finally relaxed the rules on how much we get to keep, because they do take, they do take a portion of what you donate. And so it's better off for us. And I'm like, oh, thank the gods, finally. So a lot of the smaller tier people, $3 and under, we get to keep more of your donation, which is good, because it all adds up. I know people say, I can only donate $1 a month. Well, it adds up over the months and years, or however long you feel like doing it. And if people want to do a one-time donation, that's good too. I've had people do that, and then I wondered in the back of my head, what did I do wrong? Why did I drive this person off? Because when I saw the 2, I only have 6 patrons now. When I saw I went from 6 to 4, because now I'm down to 4, I was like, oh my god, what did I do to piss these 2 people off? So I went to look for their exit surveys, and there were no exit surveys, and I'm like, I really did it this time. And then I saw their payments were declined. So it's not anything you have to worry about. If you don't feel like donating, that's up to you. But if you do, I do appreciate it. And I do have to talk about that every so often, guys, because I tend to swears a lot, and I'm never going to get monetized that way. Plus, you need a base of 1,000 legitimate subscribers and 4,000 hours watch time, so I don't think we're ever going to hit that. But overall, it's been really good, and I just fit the Patreon in there. I usually don't talk about, but to let you know, because I've had that happen to me, and then the next month I had to pay all double bills. So if you were a patron and all of a sudden you're not getting charged for your Patreon, you might want to check why. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.